So the causes for the rise of assertive nationalism. Yes, children. The first point, it is a recognition of the true nature of the British rule. So assertive leaders, they were aware about the nature of the Britishers because they have seen how early nationalists, they were sending them the letters, memorandums and all other, but Britishers, they were not giving any attention on those things. Early nationalists, they were demanding their things, but Britishers, they hardly care that what they are asking for. Next, failure of the early nationalism. So these early nationalists, they failed. The various methods which was adopted by them, prayers, protests, petitions, sending of the memorandums, giving the meetings, giving the speeches, and peacefully they were tackling with the Britishers, and they were not able to convince the Britishers on any of their demand. Third point, day by day the economic conditions of the country, it was worsening. Famines, they were coming again and again, and people, they were not having the food to eat. One side there was a lot of famines, one side no food, and on the another side Britishers, they are celebrating the silver jubilees, okay, where a lot of money it was spent. Instead of spending that money for the poor people to overcome the floods and to overcome the famines, they were spending the money on no use. Next, growing consciousness among the Indians. Day by day the Indians, they were aware about their things. They were aware about their self-respect, their confidence. Lala Lajpat Rai, Vipin Chandra Pal, they all motivated the people that we have to fight for our democracy, we have to fight for our rights, need for mass action. These assertive leaders, they want that more and more people should be involved. It is not a work of few hands, it's a work of a large number of people. Okay, influence of the international event. Some of the events like Japan, it is an Asian country, they defeated Russia. Italians, they defeated the Avesarians. Okay, so why not Britishers? Even Ireland, they started with the Home Rule League over there, agitation over there, and they got the freedom. So why not Indians? They can get the freedom from the Britishers. Growth of education, no doubt education was there, Western education was introduced, but this education gave rise to unemployment. The reason? Because they were not given the high post, they were given the low salaries at low grades. Clear? Ill treatment. The people, the Indians, those who were abroad, especially in South Africa, they were treated very badly on the basis of the racial discrimination. Existence of a nationalist school of thoughts. A school of nationalism has existed in the school from almost all the beginning of the national movement. This school was represented by leaders, many important leaders. They found an opportunity to educate the people about their rights, about suffrage, about independence. Then repressive policies of the Lord Curzon, the various policies which was adopted by Lord Curzon, that was not appropriate. Clear? Which some of they have given here, the Act of 1898. They made it an offence to provoke people against the Britishers. Those who are going to provoke the people against the Britishers, they will be sent into the jail. Okay. Then they reduced the elected members from the India Calcutta Corporation. Clear? Then official secret acts. The Indian universities, strict control over the Indian universities, because from there only the spirit of nationalism, it was coming. Then partition of Bengal. Then the way the Lord Curzon, he decided about the partition of Bengal. He decided that how to divide Hindus and Muslims. It also gave a widespread to the agitation, Swadeshi, boycott movements. It was started by these people. Now, what was the main objectives of the assertive leaders? They want attainment of suffrage, complete independence. They want their country to be run by them. Methods of assertive nationalism. So, first one, Swadeshi. All of you know Swadeshi means that producing our own items in our own countries, making use of our own things. Boycott. We will not entertain the foreign goods. We will boycott those products. We will wear only the things which are made in India. Then national education, various different schools, universities, college, they were open like DAVs. They were open in order to give the education, to spread the education among the people about their rights. Passive resistance, they don't want to beg. This country is our, so we are not going to beg. Okay, we are not going to beg for our countries. We are not going to beg for our things, our rights. We will get those things. Okay, so they boycotted the government services, courts, schools, colleges, etc. Revivalism. Tilak revised Shivaji festivals. He represented Chandragupta, Vikramaditya, Rana Pratap, Shivaji as a national heroes. Personal sacrifices. They motivated the people that how the Rani Lakshmi Bai, she gave life for country. Mass involvement, more and more representation of all the people in this freedom struggle. They don't want anyone to leave from this. So very many different methods they were taken against by the Britishers in order to stop the things. Okay, newspapers they were prohibited. There were many of the important leaders they were sent to the jail. So achievements, no doubt, these all agitation and all other lot of achievements was also there. Clear, they were able to motivate the people. National pride was there. Then Maharatha, Kesari, these were some of the papers, press which was papers which was published that time. Then the passive resistance, mass agitation, non-cooperation, etc. These were so many things they came into existence. Clear. Now we are going to study about the leaders of the assertive nationalism.